Hi everyone. So let's talk about the next three sections of Ambedkar's Annihilation of Caste. The next three sections are 4, 5, 6. We already covered the first three, now the last three sections. In this section, this is very easy section because you don't have to remember examples that Ambedkar brings. Like in the first three sections, he brings examples from different countries, different communities, people. There are some difficult terms, some leaders, a bit of a politics and socialism and everything he discusses there. But in the last three sections, you don't have to remember anything because this section, for me, it makes some sense because in these three sections, he talks about or he defends the need to abolish the whole caste system. See, he is talking against, he is finding an argument, he is arguing against each of the claims of people who favor casteism. See, there are people who favor casteism in the name of so many things. Even they bring science. We'll see to that. We'll see that how it happens and how Ambedkar replies. Because it is ridiculous even to think that there are people who try to justify the whole caste system. So let's see what are their claims and how Ambedkar replies. Right. Okay. So let's talk about, your essay starts from the 11th page, the last three sections in the PDF that I am going to give you. So in section 4, 5, 6, Ambedkar elaborates why caste system doesn't possess any reasonable justification for its existence and what actually will affect in the harmony and fraternity of people. So he destroys the claims of the people who favor casteism, and at last he brings a solution to India's problem of caste. So these are the two things you should remember from this section. So let's see what are the arguments of people who favor casteism. See, some people say that it is a just way of dividing labor. The division of labor in a society is done wisely when you follow the caste system. See, in one way of looking, in a very peripheral analysis, yes, it sounds okay because yes, there are certain groups of people who are meant to do this job, there are certain groups of people who are meant to do some other jobs, and there are, see, Kshatriyas are meant to protect the land, Brahmins are the religious matters, Vaishyas are the business, the trading, the whole economy, Shudra there for the cleaning and all other not only the cleaning, the smiths, the work, the making, the productive things, and there are outcasts to pick after these people. Picking up after someone means cleaning up after someone. They are there to clean and make sure that everything is okay, and also to take all the trash. So everything is well managed if no one complains. Now if you look at it, yes, it is someone's brilliant idea of running a society by dividing and giving tasks for each community. Now this is a major claim by the people who favor casteism. Now let's see how Ambedkar replies. See that is there starting from, yes, like I said, 11th page. Let me close a folder that just appeared on my laptop. Yes. Yes. Now he says that Ambedkar says, let me read all other claims also, then we will come to the discussion and his replies, Ambedkar's replies. Yeah, the defenders of caste system come up with a few explanations to reason the idea of caste. Some say that it is another name for division of labor. Some attempt to find ethnologic explanation for its existence. To some other caste system demarcates racial division, and to some special sciences like heredity and eugenics can be a good explanation for it. So these are the claims. See, some people say it is a good way to divide the labor, division of labor. And for some say it is a wonderful way to preserve a particular race. It is just a racial division. There is nothing caste. It is only the division of race we are talking about. Yes. And also heredity and eugenics. We will see what are they. Don't worry. So let's see how Ambedkar replies to the first claim about the division of labor. See, he says that it is actually a gradation of labors based on the status of their parents rather than gradation of labor. and also it is forced, and hence it is shameful for its laborers to act upon it. See, a very single, plain, direct answer. See, you talk about dividing the labor, right? Do you think a Shudra man or an untouchable man is happy to do the menial job and to get the insult from the upper caste? No, every child born in that particular caste, he is or she is forced to take up the job that his or her parents did. As long as your parent is a blacksmith, your father is a blacksmith, whether you like it or not, you are supposed to take up that job. And if it is an untouchable, and if his duty is to clean the toilets, even if he doesn't want it, if he has to live, put food on the table, he has to do that job. He can't do any other job. He will not be allowed to do any other job. So Ambedkar says it is a forced system. It's not like these people are taking it on by their choice. So hence it is something, there is a problem in it, right? It is not a just division of labor. That's what Ambedkar says. See, rather a gradation of labor. It is actually a gradation of laborers based on the status of their parents rather than gradation of labor. It's not the labor they are they are grading. It is the status of your parent. See, in Karuk, Bama's brother was a highly educated young man. So when he used to go to the library, the librarian would misunderstand that this fellow is an upper caste young man who is well educated, who comes to the library, borrows books, and well read man. And one day he asked the caste name, and then all the respect is gone. See, until then his name was written by the librarian on the register with some sir or something like that, some sort of respectful term was there. But then the moment he reveals the caste, it's all gone, because the caste is then the one who is which is defining the identity of this man. You get my point? So it is not the grading of a labor, it is a grading of your parents and their job. So if that is the case, there is nothing so beautiful about it. That's what Ambedkar says here. Now the ethnologist's point of view is that the caste system exists for the purity of race and purity of blood. Well, yeah, for the races it makes sense. We need to preserve our race. So if our race, the people from our race get married to other people from other races, yeah, our race, the purity of the race will be diluted and it will disappear. That is their claim. Now let's see how he replies. Taking evidences from history, Ambedkar opposes argument by saying that caste system is actually a social division of people of the same race. I'll tell you how. You look at South India. Look at North India, you have the Chaturvarnya system. Today I was talking to a friend, he told me that in South India, at least one tier is missing in the Chaturvarnya system. It makes sense also, because when I think about it, we have Brahmins in South India, we have Kshatriyas in South India. Where are Vaishyas in South India, right? It's very less actually. I don't know if there are people who claim that we are Vaishyas, but Vaishyas are more or less absent in South India. That's what my friend told me. And then yeah, we have Shudras, and we have of course the outcast people, the untouchables also. We were discussing caste. So here again in South India, all are Dravidians. All in the sense, yeah, most of them are Dravidians. We all have the brown skin, we all have the curly black hair. So racially we are all same, but still we have that tier caste system. We have Brahmins in Dravidians, we have Kshatriyas in Dravidians, we have, if not Vaishyas, then we have Shudras and the untouchables in Dravidians. So there is no racial division, it's only caste. And Ambedkar goes on ridiculing this idea of racial purity, saying that caste system is to protect the racial purity. He says that even scientists don't believe in this ridiculous claim that racial purity will give any particular quality to the offsprings. He says that it is not unnatural as long as the offsprings born in the marriage or in a sexual relationship between different races, if they can reproduce, then it is not unnatural. So that is the claim. That makes sense also. Everyone is Homo sapien, right? And you choose anyone as long as your offsprings can breed, then it is a natural process and there is nothing unnatural about it, and scientifically also there is no claim against the whole intercaste marriages. This is what Ambedkar says. Now let's move on. Yes. Okay, for the defenders who say that caste system is a brilliant way of securing judicial mating by which it preserves heredity, and also about eugenics. Now I will tell you about heredity and eugenics. Now heredity, you know what is heredity, right? By protecting a particular heredity by marrying only in your caste. So that is heredity, by protecting heredity. What is eugenics? Eugenics is it is actually a nickname for you can go to the Wikipedia page of eugenics, but I'll tell you in very quick way how to define eugenics. Eugenics is a system where people believe that by choosing a certain people who are fit to reproduce and also sterilizing others who are unfit to reproduce. See, in a society, people with several deformities, mental challenges and other physical challenges, they'll be forced to sterile, right? And they will not be able to reproduce. So the people who are able to reproduce are the physically and mentally fit people. So this is how a next generation can be made sure that it is healthy. This is in a nutshell, this is the theory of eugenics. It is actually in Malayalam I'll say a scientific racism oru chella perana eugenics ennu parayan. നാസികൾ അവരുടെ ക്രൂരതയ്ക്ക് ജസ്റ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അവർ പറഞ്ഞത് ഞങ്ങളുടേത് യൂജനിക്സ് ആണ് എന്നാണ് അവർ പറഞ്ഞത്. ബിക്കോസ് UK ഓൾസോ ഹാഡ് യൂജനിക്സ് അറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് ടൈം. ഫോഴ്സ്ഡ് സ്റ്റെറിലൈസേഷൻ വാസ് ദെയർ, making men sterile, so that making sure that they are not reproducing. So these unfit people will never reproduce. And also the sterilization was also for some minority communities also, not only these unfit people, some minority group also they sterilize their men. So yes, that is eugenics. So yes, so in the name of heredity preserving and eugenics, is there any justification on this caste system? Let's see, because if it is all about preventing intermarrying, it lacks a possible explanation for its ban of interdining even between the subcaste of a caste. Now that is a question. Now see, if you are talking about eugenics and preserving the heredity, fine, okay, preserving the bloodline, okay, fine. കല്യാണം കഴിക്കുന്നതിൽ മാത്രമല്ലേ പ്രശ്നമുള്ളൂ, intermarrying. What is the problem with interdining? Arundhati Roy in Doctor and the Saint, I think she mentions here this particular case there. Gandhiji, he defends the ban on interdining. His justification for this was very, very funny. This is how it goes. He says that as defecation is something that should be done in a very private room, in a privacy, defecation, The same as it goes with the eating also. You defecate, that is done in private, right? You don't do it in front of the people, sitting beside the people. You need privacy. So eating is also putting food inside the body, that also should be done in privacy. Defecation, you just exiting the waste of your body, right, outside of it. So that is how he justifies the ban on interdining between the caste. It doesn't make any sense at all. So Ambedkar says, okay, if you're talking about eugenics, what is the problem with interdining? By eating together between castes, no people are going to get hurt, no babies are going to born, no intercaste babies are going to born if you eat together. So what is the justification on that? So there the claim is invalid. Get my point? Yes. So let's move on. Yes, caste does not result in economic efficiency and does not improve race. It has completely disorganized and demoralized the Hindus. This is what he says. And let's see how he comes to a solution here. Ambedkar goes on to define what should be ideal elements that binds people of different kinds in a society. So what is his solution? Hindus lack a consciousness of kind, similarity in habits and customs, and communication to begin with. So this is a major problem he finds in Hindu community. There is no consciousness of kind. മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ വർഗബോധമില്ലാത്ത ഒരു സമൂഹമാണ് ഹിന്ദുസ് എന്നാണ് അംബേദ്കർ പറയുന്നത്. ഇതിനകത്തുള്ള ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് കാസ്റ്റുകൾ ഇവർക്ക് ഒരുമിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു സ്ഥലം, ഒരു കോമൺ സ്പേസ് ഇല്ല. See, untouchable, they are banned from even the near surrounding of temple, or from using a road, using any public property for that matter. So how do you think all these people in the Hindu religion would come together and find some sort of unity among them? It's no wonder this country is being split and it has been invaded by many people. Because if there was unity, do you think it is possible for anybody to invade this country in this geographical area? No. There was no unity at all. Even for Britishers, it wouldn't have been possible, you see. So this is what Ambedkar says. See, these are necessary to have unity and patriotic feeling among the inherently divided people of India. Ambedkar says that the caste system prevents common activity, and by preventing common activity, it has prevented the Hindus from becoming a society with a unified life and a consciousness of its own being. So this is how he concludes this section here. So he finds the problem. Sorry, he argues against all the justification given by the people who support caste system. Then he finds out the problem, he diagnoses the problem, and he also offers a solution to this problem. So this is how the section that is there in the sections that are there in your syllabus end. So I hope it is very clear to you. Please ask me anything. If you have any questions, please reach me in WhatsApp and I'll be there to answer your queries. Bye.